there, everyone. Good morning. My name is Dr. Nikki Tobias, and Dr. Rodenburgh asked me to take this video. She and I actually went to high school together a few years ago, and so I work as a life, career, and executive coach in my own business called Grounded Vision. And what it means to be a coach is that I help people get what they want, whether it's for their business or in their relationships, or there's a goal that they're having trouble achieving. And I help them create a plan and to achieve that goal. And so Dr. Rodenburgh told me that she was going to do a session with you all about goal setting and about mindset, and asked if I would maybe send you a couple tips. So hopefully these will be helpful. The first one I want to give you is to focus on the big picture, right? So what is the goal you want to achieve, and how is it going to feel when you do? And the reason that that's helpful is if you can truly anticipate what it's going to feel like to have what you want, then these little sort of distractions that happen along the way, those sort of bumps in the road, they don't seem to matter so much because you're focused on that end result. And little things that happen don't seem to get in the way and don't throw you off course. The second tip I wanted to give you is that we get more of what we give our time, energy, and attention to. And so I remember when Dr. Rodenburgh and I were in school, and there was, a fair amount of gossip and drama and things that happened. If I knew then what I know now, I would not have paid attention to much of that stuff, and I certainly wouldn't have participated in it. Because here's the thing, our brains come in contact with information all day long, every day, right? There's so many things to look at and to smell and to notice and to think about and to talk about and to hear, and it just can be overwhelming. And so our brains are really, really, really efficient and effective, and our brains factor out most of the stimulation that we get in the world all day, every day. But so what then we give our time, energy, and attention to, our brain looks for more of those things because it thinks, oh, Nikki wants to know those things, and so it'll find me more of those things. Which means if we're spending a lot of our time in gossip and drama and being worried about that stuff, then somehow or other our brains look for more gossip and drama to be a part of. But if instead we look for positive things and happy things and friendship and ways to be kind with one another, and we look for kindness and beauty in the world, then our brains are going to train themselves to look for more kindness and beauty and laughter and friendship and positivity. The other thing I'm going to tie this with is gratitude. So when we give thanks and we're grateful for and appreciative of things that happen in the world, then our brains look for more things to be grateful for and appreciative of. And so when difficult things happen and we get caught in some of that chaos and drama, and or something negative happens, something sad happens, something disappointing happens, I would encourage you to think about a couple things. What is good about the situation? Because every even difficult situation has some good things about it. The other thing I'd like you to think about is, what have you learned from this situation? Maybe you learned some things about yourself. Maybe you learned some things about a friend or someone you thought was a friend. Maybe you learned some things about a process or a system. Maybe you got a bad grade that you weren't really happy with, and now you have a better understanding of how your teacher grades. And so you should be able to get a better grade next time because you understand that. And then, of course, what is there to be grateful for? What is there to be thankful for about this situation that just happened that may or may not have been to our liking or what we hoped? Okay, the third tip. When someone gossips about you or seems to make fun of you, again, I wish I knew this stuff when I was your age and instead of having to learn it as an adult. There's this sense that when someone gives us feedback, it has a lot less to do with us and a lot more to do with them. So if someone feels really confident and capable in who they are, they don't need to say anything bad about anybody else. So what does that mean? That means that when somebody is saying bad things about other people, they have their own insecurity. There's something about them that is sad or disappointed or frustrated, and they don't want anybody to notice it. And so then they turn the attention onto somebody else by saying something negative about them. And so I would encourage you to do absolutely anything you can to just not even pay attention to that stuff. And I know it can be hard and it can be emotional, sometimes to hear people talk badly about you. But let me give you an analogy really quickly. We only let sink into our brains what we think is already inherently true. So if somebody said, Dr. Tobias, I hate your blue hair, I would kind of laugh at them and think, that's kind of crazy because I don't have blue hair. And it wouldn't hurt my feelings and I wouldn't think twice about it because I don't have blue hair and I know that to be true. But if someone said something to me that I was concerned about or that I was sensitive about or that I had my feelings hurt about in the past, then what they said might really stick in my head because I already think that it's possible that that's true. Okay, so if somebody says or does something to you that's really, really hurtful or gossips about you, when it really hurts you, there may be some conversations for you to have with your friends or your teachers or your parents or a guidance counselor or someone to try to figure out what it is that hurts your feelings about that and where that sensitivity is, and to figure out if there's something that you want to do about it or if the way that you're receiving that feedback is just inaccurate. Right? Because, like I said, I don't have blue hair. And so if somebody told me they hated my blue hair, I wouldn't think anything about it because I don't believe it to be true. Okay, one of my favorite Nikkiisms is you're at no now. And that means when clients and friends and family come to me and they say there's something that they want in the world, but they're afraid to do it because they're afraid of rejection, I usually say you're at no now. So they want to apply for a job, but they're afraid they won't get the job. Or they want to apply for a raise or ask for a raise, but they're afraid they won't get the raise. Or they want somebody to go on a date with them, or they want somebody to be friends with them, or whatever that is. And they're afraid to do it because they're afraid of rejection. I say, you're already at no. You already don't have the date. You're already not friends with that person. You already don't have the raise or the job or whatever it is. So you have nothing to lose. There's really no such thing as rejection. You already don't have the thing, right? So all that to say, go for it. Go for it. Because if the answer that you get is no, you're no worse off than you were before you asked, right? And it is our jobs, our responsibilities to ask for the things that we want and need. We're likely to not get them if we don't ask for them. And then number 5, the 5th thing that I want to share with you is don't be a turtle. And what I mean by that is when something scary happens or there's something that you're excited about but you're afraid of or something sad happens, we tend to be like turtles and we stick our heads and our arms and our legs up under our shell and we hide. And here's the problem with that. Now we don't know where we are. We don't know where we're going. We can't see anything. We don't know if there's more predators, right? That scary thing grabbed all of their friends. We don't have any idea. And we certainly can't get out of that situation. And the reason that I say don't be a turtle is you have the right and you have the responsibility and you have the resources and the ability to ask for help. Right? You have all kinds of resources at school. Hopefully you have your resources in your family members and your friends, maybe coaches, other people, maybe people at your church. I don't know. But you have the right and you have the responsibility to ask for help when you need it. Whether that's because you don't understand something in your class or you're having trouble with a friendship. Those of us, there are lots of us out there in the world that want to help you and want to support you and want to acknowledge the work that you're doing to achieve your goals and to have a better life. So, thanks to Dr. Rodenburgh for having me speak a few minutes to you all. If you're on Facebook and you want to find me, search Grounded Vision. You'll know you found it because there's a giraffe as the logo. And until I meet with you again, have a great day. Bye for now.